Hi everyone, thanks for coming to pot about with me today. I am just going to be repotting this African violet which I have. It's just a standard as far as I am aware, and it's just a white color. It's only bloomed once since I've had it, and basically the time it had the blooms was the time that I had bought it, so I've had it about a year. I'll just show you the crown. It's been going through a lot of changes. I've struggled to find the right position for it, and it hasn't been having the best of care, so I'm sort of looking to just maybe revive it a bit at the moment. As you can see, just from the stem, there is quite a lot of exposed stalk there, which is all dried up, and it is quite loose. If I just maybe shake it, it is quite loose in the medium. So basically I'm just going to refresh the edges. So on this plant I'll just scrape it through. I'll have a look at the root system just to see what's there, but I'm probably just going to repot it in the existing pot. It probably is a little bit too big, but that's just what I have at the moment. It's either this, I think it's a 13 centimeter pot, or I have an 8 centimeter one. Depending on the root ball, once I expose it now, I'll see which pot I'm going to use. But I'm just going to put a little tub or tray on the bottom so I don't mess too much. And there you go. So you can see just that it is a bit dry off the top, a bit moist on the bottom. And I'm just gonna remove any soil. I'll just remove most of the soil into the pot as well. So there doesn't seem to be much of a root ball. No, I definitely don't have much root. Much of a root system happening here. I mean, so I'll just remove that at the moment. Basically, that's what I'm working with. I'll just grab an 8 centimeter pot. I think it's going to be too small. Let's have a quick look. I mean, technically that could work, right? I'm gonna try it in this 8 centimeter pot because I think the 13 centimeters is way too big. I'll try and maybe get it root bound and see if that helps. But I'm not gonna decapitate this one. What I am gonna do is just, as I said earlier, just refresh the edges. I'll keep most of these roots on there, but I'll just remove a lot of the soil. I can't feel, it's like where the stalk was, if there's any dead stem there. There's a bit, but it actually has roots on, so. So just by refreshing the edges, I'm just going to scrape with my nail just to expose some of just the dry stalk. And what this is meant to do is just to stimulate growth from there. So any roots which are going to grow through are going to come through from this area here. So I'm just gently, this one is actually quite tough, the stalk I mean, so I'm not being too gentle because I think it can handle that. Some of the plants with like not so sturdy stalks can't really handle this. So I think pretty much that can fit quite nicely into the pot, and I'm just going to cover it right up to there in soil. So I will do that. I've already got some soil mixed up. It's been moistened already. And it has perlite and vermiculite mixture, but that's just the mix I use. You can use any mixture that you want. So I'm just gonna get rid of this. The reason why I use pre-moistened soil is just so that it doesn't dry out the roots. So what I'll do is I'll just place a little bit of potting mix in there. You don't want it compressed too much or too compact, but I will just spread the roots around that potting mixture, and I'm trying to just center it a little bit as well, and then I'm just gonna add in the additional mix. I'm not going to put this one on a wicking system. That's because I'm going to try and monitor it without it being on a wick. No, I don't think, if I'm honest, that's too loose. It's not going to work, so back to the drawing board. I'm going to put it a little bit deeper this time, but I think it's just the roots are not sitting too well inside there, so let's try this again. So, as you can see, sometimes even I'm not getting it right, and I'm no expert, of course, but I can tell that it's just too loose for the plant. This feels a little bit better. I'm just gonna tap the sides lightly. I can fit a little bit more potting mix in there. Now you don't want to pull it right to the top, but there is like a line along the edge of the pot that you can see. That's sort of where you want to get the mixture to. I'm just gonna tap it again just to get any of those pockets moved. I'll only compress it slightly just near the center of the stalk, just so it has a little bit of stability, but I'm quite happy with that. I wasn't sure if it was going to fit in the 8cm pot or not, so I will keep it in there. I will give it a little bit of a water now as well, even though it has got moistened soil. And then I just won't water it for any longer. You can keep these in, some people wrap them in a plastic bag. I'm not going to, I'm just going to leave it in the conditions that it was in, and then hopefully I should see some improvement. Now, of course, once hopefully, fingers crossed, that this one, the root system does grow and fill out there, I'll then be able just to transfer it through to the pot. So as you can see, I mean, one of the things that maybe it wasn't growing to, one of the causes why it wasn't growing too well was because the pot was just too big. That might be an issue, so hopefully it might grow a bit better inside here, and then once it becomes root bound, I'll hopefully just change it into this one. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any comments or tips for me, please feel free to leave them just down below. Also, if you like any of my videos, don't forget to subscribe. I will put a link to or maybe one or two of my videos just along the course of this one as well. Thanks again for watching. Hope you have a good day. Bye bye.